Hey everybody, it's Jason, and welcome back to our Missouri yard. So it's been about a month or so since I've done a video or posted a video on YouTube, and but it seems like so much longer than that. We've done so much, been so gosh darn busy with everything. It seems like we've been doing this whole quarantine thing. I was busier then, during that, and even now than I was prior to it. So haven't had time to record or post any videos. So I apologize for that. I appreciate you, everyone that's watching. So today is Saturday, May 30th. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 78 degrees. It's a really beautiful day, it really is. We've had just like 2 weeks of just cloudy and all wanting to rain but not raining, and then just light mist rain. And I'd say probably over the last 2 weeks we've maybe got like an inch of rain here. We've had it all around us, but not here where we live. So, but we've had all the cloudiness. So it's been real gloomy, and it's a bright sunny day. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm starting in the afternoon because I did have to go in the office and work for a little bit today. But I wanted to catch you up on a few things. So, like I said, it's been about a month. The yard is just coming alive. It's pretty cool. So I hope to take you on a little tour of that. You can see back here, you see all that white framing back there? Yeah, look at that. That's one of the things we've been working on. That covered patio back there, we screened it in. We brought in just the lumber and we framed it all out, and then used a screening kit, I guess you could say. Had like a base where you put the screen in on that, and then you put a cover over that to make it look nice. I'll give you a little bit more close-up of that. Turned out awesome, and I'll tell you kind of things we've done to it. As I've said many times, I am not a professional at any of this, and the reason I didn't record any of that is because I am not a professional. There was a lot of things I did wrong, had to correct, go back. Some things just didn't fix, and hopefully no one will notice them. But it turned out really nice. It really did. I'm really happy with it. So let me turn the camera around and give you a little tour of what's going on. All right, so those of you that are new to the channel or not really familiar with us, we have a 10,000 square foot yard in the middle of Missouri. We have 13 flower beds, and most of them are pretty big. This is what we consider the back. So we're looking at the back of the house now. Our back garden, and there's our screened-in patio there. Stuff's really coming along. We have, you see that? We got a bee in there. So we got a lot of pollinators at work here. We got the hummingbird feeder there. You know, we haven't seen any finches this year. Have you guys seen any finches? Let me know. Put something down in the comments if you've been seeing any finches in your area. But we just haven't seen any. And those goldfinches, those are my favorite bird of them all. I don't know why, but I just love them. So this is the area. It's our little water pond. Turns out really neat. So part of screening this in is had to put a door frame there, and then a doorway in the front. And you want to know why we have a door in the front there. I'll walk around and show you. That's where I have a little path that walks up. So we got a door there. The door on the side over here and this door, they're both 36 inches. And then we have another door on the side over here that goes out to the dog area, to the side yard. That's only a 32-inch door. It's got a little doggy door in there, and I'll go in there and show you. Hopefully it's not too big of a mess in there. This area is coming along really well. Got a little weeding to do, pulling some weeds. Got to get some new mulch put in. As you can see, we got bags of mulch ready for it. Lowe's had a sale on them, 5 for $10. So we got where we had mulch last year, we got to put that in there again. Our Fat Albert Douglas fir is coming along pretty good. That thing is growing crooked though. You see that? It's growing crooked. I don't like that. Our roses, holy cow, they got some sort of disease. The flowers are so pretty, but look at that. And one sign of roses being diseased is they have a massive amount of thorns. And these things, obviously, we don't have any leaves. That's a big problem. But they got a lot of thorns. And these yellow roses over here are having the same issue. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Our little, it's supposed to be like a butterfly garden, I believe. It's supposed to be. Got some new solar lighting. We don't have any electric run for actual lights. We're still experimenting with the solar lighting to see how we want to do everything, but it's looking really neat. The roses back here are looking really pretty. All right, let's go back. It's our camper. Haven't been able to take it out yet this year. So excited about opening it up and going camping sometime soon. Yeah, looks like this is one of our favorite places. Since we got this screened in, it's one of our favorite places to hang out. So it's kind of a mess. We go in. So we got the seating area here. And we got a seating area over there. Still trying to figure it out. We love the lights we put hanging up over here. So let me sit down in our spot, favorite spot, and show you what we got going on here. All right, so here's the view from our Heather's favorite spot. You can see right here is the water pond and the little fountain. But what we want to do, we want to have a big window where we could see out, okay? So, and without any obstructing any view. But if we would have gone like up to 3 foot here, be like up to here, it'd be blocking some of the view of the fountain and the flowers there. So we didn't want to do that. So what we did, came up about a foot there and came down a foot. And this window here is a 5 foot tall, but 8 foot wide. It gives us an awesome view. And got the door there, and then this, from this post here to that post there is 8 foot, but we got the door there, so that's not quite a 5 foot by 8 foot window there, but that far one over there is, and then that one's a 5 foot tall, but I can't remember how wide it is with the door frame there. But it's pretty awesome. We love it in here. We got these shades. You can kind of see one here. They come down because that direction right over there is west. So in the afternoon and late evening we get full sun. I do this blinding light in here. It gets hot, so we put the shade down. We got 2 of them right now. We're gonna get a couple more. But it's so awesome. Love sitting out here. And you can see we got a little dog door here, so Charlie and Lexi can get out to their area. And this over here, that whole area there with inside the fence and out to the road, I'm eventually going to be doing a complete refurb on that. Probably start here and go down this season, and the next season go up the hill. So that's looking good. All right, I'm going to cut the video here and then go over to the, I think I'll go down here to that little flower bed by the wall and then over to that one to show you that too. So we've been doing some work on those. All right. I don't know, some of you may remember we used to have a redbud tree here that was sick. I did my best to save it, but it just didn't work out. I contacted the guys at Green County Fertilizer. I talked to Brad down there and Paul Castleberry when he was still there. Excuse me. And we're using the tree and shrub pack on it and did everything we could to save it, but it was just too diseased. I think the biggest problem is this is a real wet area here, and the dog would just stay in too wet. So if we're going to plant a tree there this fall, I'm going to do a little more research and see what we can get, something that's going to be loving a little bit more wet type area. So we got the little, and you may remember when we put the bird houses up last season, a couple of them are still being used. We've got a little flower bed here. We need some work on it. I need to do the edge, do a live edge around here again, more mulch. But the hostas are coming in real good. It's real shaded. It's shaded almost the whole time. So, and I gotta tell you, see that thing that's a mirror? That thing, it gets me. Because I'll be mowing, coming along here, going along the edge here. All of a sudden, blah! Sometimes it scares me. This redbud here is doing awesome. Love it. We got it at the same time as we got the other redbud, but it's doing awesome. Been using the tree and shrub pack on that. I did maybe about a month ago, I did the soil drench with this pack, and that consists of the RGS, Humic 12, the Floor Green, and Microgreen. So I did a soil drench with those. This flower bed is looking pretty good. We got some dead flowers. I got to do some deadheading on it. But we got the new mulch. Got the live edge here, and the pavers going around. Get some roses. That rose there is a little diseased, so it's not doing all that great. We'll come around to this side. From the road. Yeah, Heather's been here. Look at that. She loves to do that. She'll pull weeds and just throw them out for me to pick up later. Yeah, see another rose that's got disease, and another one there. Yeah, we got some weeding to do too. So that thing, we can never get to stand up straight. We gotta figure something out there. All right, so let's go up to the side of the house. I'm telling you guys, I have to mow so bad. I mean, you can see it is so long. And so here we are on the side of the house again. And so basically what I plan on doing is from that rose bush there up to that little flower bed there and down here, I'm going to do a total refurb. I'm going to completely nuke everything off and reseed it. It's got a lot of Bermuda grass in there and a lot of other weeds, and it's just junk and hilly and bumps, and so just going to completely kill it all off like I did down there. and redo it. Dandelion. I don't know what that thing is, that vine thing, but it sure is pretty. That's a black magnolia tree, if I remember correctly. This flower bed, still working on it. We got the edging all cleaned up and got the live edge cut here. You know, obviously I need to trim, do some edging. It was looking good. Heather's been working out here yet today, pulling some weeds and daylilies, I think she's been pulling out and splitting them to plant in other places. And you remember last year we were on the garden tour. That's a stone to commemorate that. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but that is a really sparkly rock. These are all lantanas, I know that. Those get huge and real pretty. So this is my big project for this afternoon. Hopefully I can get some work on it done before I mow. But flower bed's in bad shape. Heather's been out here working on it. And you can see she's been getting some of the lilies out of there too, thinning that out. But I need to get a new, I don't think there's ever been an edge. So I need to do a live edge around that. That's what I got. Wheelbarrow and my edging tool. I'll show you how that works here in a little bit. So still real undecided. We had like kind of a Americana theme last year on it. It was a red, white, and blue. So I'm not sure what she has planned now. Underneath our holly tree. There's our main front flower garden. Again, need to work on the mulch. I gotta tell you guys, we go through about 90 bags of mulch a year. So we're trying to figure out what to do to lower that down. Because it's just a lot of work. Loving the weeping, maybe that might be another red bud. It's a weeping something. This is an area we completely redid last year. Put in this path. It needs the mulch. Heather's been here watering, you can see. Our shade garden. So we got a tulip tree, that big tree back there. It's a poplar tulip tree, and it actually has tulips that grow on it as a flower. And that's what all these little yellow things here are, the petals from the tulips. It's really neat looking. Let's see if I can find one that still exists. Another flower bed we've been working on. You know, I think just a few days ago I put all this mulch down and all the flowers fell down. I see one over here. That's the tough thing about putting the mulch down is earlier, just a couple weeks ago, we were dealing with the helicopter things from the maple trees, and now we're dealing with flower petals from the tulip tree. And over here, our tree goes over onto the neighbor's yard. I'll pull it down. Well, there it is. See that? It looks like a tulip. Isn't that cool? That tree is just massive. Massive, massive, massive. And then this side of the house, we haven't done anything. Last year, we put in the retaining wall, new retaining wall. That was one of those projects that I didn't know what I was doing, and I did it and figured it out and started over like 10 times, and so we got it figured out, and it looks pretty good. We still need to get over here to work on these beds. So that's the quick update, other than needing to mow and trim. All right, let's get over here, see if we can start working on that edge. I wanted to show this to you real quick before I got started on the edging. I came over here to take a look at this dogwood tree. It's a pink dogwood, and last year we had a major issue with a fungus on it of some sort. And this first time I really got to look at it, it looks like we got some stuff coming in again. This is not the ideal location for it because it is full sun, but several years ago, probably when it was planted. So I'd say within the last 5 years before we got the house, there was a massive tree that was planted right there. And it grew up, so it was shaded there before, but it's not in shade now. Yeah, how do you like that? That's her, took an old fountain that didn't work anymore. Cracked, just in the top, there's a top piece that was on it, completely broken off. So we just turned it into a little fairy garden. I guess in a dwarf. That's cute, isn't it? She loves her little ladybugs in there. Yeah, there's another diseased rose back there. I'm not sure what happened. All right, let's get to work. Look at this little chintzy tripod. So, take the flathead shovel, or look out for the bees. And you don't want one of the spade shovel, you want a flat end there. You go at an angle. And you just meet the cut that you made without stepping on flowers. That's always the easiest thing to do. Get a little earthworm there. Come on, buddy. Get in there. And then, in theory, should be able to pull it out. I gotta tell you, this holly tree, see if I can find one of these. Alright, so holly tree, it's a really pretty tree. It keeps the grain most of the year, but these leaves have these little tiny spikes on them. Right there, you know, all over. And they hurt, they stick you. It's pretty crazy. It's a really, really tough leaf. I mean, it's tough. Really fibrous. But then points on there, they'll stick you and it hurts. Like that. Should be wearing gloves, I guess. All right. To give you an idea what the live edge looks like. We got the straight cut here and an angle cut here. So when you fill it with mulch, and the mulch slides down in here, and this holds it up, and then we keep the edge on it. And then when I get the trimmer out here, I'll go an edge along it straight up and down, like I'm edging the side along the curb, and it'll look real good. So that's what I'm gonna do around the rest of the tree. All right, guys. Whew. That wasn't easy. I got to look at how much dirt I pulled out. A whole lot of dirt out of that big old wheelbarrow. So, our flower bed's a little more difficult to do than with a typical living edge, because all of our flower beds are raised flower beds. So, this angle here is a little more steeper than I'd like to have, but you got to work with what you have. And I still got to come along with the weed eater and do an edge on the grass here to get that all straight up and down. Maybe do a little cleanup like in that area here. But we got it pretty much done. So the thought is that when we get mulch on it, the mulch is here, and it'll slide down and it'll stop here instead of falling into the grass. That's where we're at. Okay guys, so in the interest of time and content, I think I'm going to end the video here, and then I'll start another video doing the trimming, edging, and mowing. But got a little bit done today. So you got to see a little bit of a tour of the yard, see how it's coming along. We still got a lot of work to do, but just do what we can when we can. But it's coming along really well. Really happy with it. So, all right. So on behalf of Heather, who takes care of the flowers, who needs to do a little more work in this flower bed here, and myself, who takes care of the lawn, thanks again for visiting our Missouri yard. Have a great day.